So hey guys, welcome back to the React Native course. In the last video we have talked about the lifecycle method of component in React Native. In this video we are going to talk about hooks in React Native. So let's understand what is hooks and what is the need of hooks in the React Native. So in the class component, to manage the state we have to write a lot of code. Okay, basically, if we have to make a state, so what we have to do, we have to first create a class component, then we have to use constructor, and then we have to write super method, and we can, after that we can write the state and manage it, and it's become complex. Okay, now there's another thing, like let's suppose you are from JavaScript background, so you have to learn the oops concept, and then you have to create a component. Okay, and that was quite bit challenging for the new learner. Okay, so React Native React introduce a hooks basically. Okay, so what is hooks? Hooks are normal JavaScript function which allows us to maintain a state of your apps. Okay, so hooks are just you can use in your React app. You cannot use hooks in your class component app. Okay, now what we can do with the hooks, so basically with the help of hooks we can manage the state of your app, we can perform the lifecycle method of your component and so on. So basically whatever things we are able to done with the class component, now we can do in the functional component with just the help of hooks, as simple as that. Okay, now we will also understand like use state hooks and understand about the hooks. Okay, so if we just open the documentation of hooks, like what is hooks in React, if I just Google it, so I will show you the answer quickly. Let me show you basically. So hooks let you use to different React feature from your component. You can either use the built-in hooks combined that you build your own. Basically hooks are like it's a React feature which we can use to manage the state. So we have a use state and many more other state. So let's understand about the use state hooks. So you can see that this is the last app which we had built using the class component, if you remember guys. So in this video we are going to create a counter app with the help of functional component and the user state hook. So I'm gonna remove this whole code and I'm gonna write React Native functional export style set component. Okay, so you can see that now to handle this state, basically we have to just type a const count and set count, and the life becomes so simpler. Okay, so you can see that this is how we manage the state. So use state is a hook that return two function that return two elements. The first that returns an array, and the first element is like return the state, and the second function is called dispatch function which help us to mutate the state. Okay, now let's see, we have to create a counter app. So basically we can write like this count and we can show the count. Perfect, you can see that the count is 0, and let me style this quickly. So as we know how to style, so I'm going to do heading, and inside the heading font size basically will be 25, and I'm gonna text align as a center. Okay, and the color will be black. Okay, and I'm going to remove the background color. I just give padding, and I don't need padding margin for now. Okay, so I added the font weight as well. So let's style this. Style is equal to styles dot heading. So you can see that the count is get styled. Now let's style the section also, the main container. So I'm going to style the container. Okay, so I'm gonna give the containers a flex 1 and the justify content center, align item center, and the background color is a white. So let's see what is gonna happening. So I just styles dot container, so it will come inside the center, and you can see that the background color is changed. Now we have to create a two button, increment and decrement button. Okay, the title will be increment, and another button is called decrement. Okay, now let's style this button quickly also. So we're gonna have inside the view we're gonna have a button inside the view, and we can do like this styles dot uh, style dot button container. Okay, and let me give some styling here. So button container will be display as a flex direction as a row. Okay, and justify content as a space around, and let's see, nothing happened. So I think it's space between. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what we do basically, let me remove this property line item center, and space around will be looks better, I think. Space around. Okay, now you can see that we can have a two button, increment and decrement, and now basically when I click on increment it should get increment, and when I click on decrement it should the value get decrement. So let's see how we can do that. Basically let me create a function on press. Okay, and I'm going to write the logic here quickly. So I have to just increase the count plus 1, as simple as that. Okay, awesome. Let's do for the decrement as well. On press set count is equal to count minus 1 decrement. Cool, man, we have learned the user state. So basically let me explain you what is happening. So what is hooks? Hooks are normal JavaScript function which allows us to manage the state of your app. It is introduced in React 16.8. Hooks can only use in a class component. Hooks you can use only in functional component. Hooks you cannot use hooks in a class component. Okay, this is the point which you have to remember. Okay, and this is how we have to use the user state. So basically what is happening now, if I try to explain you, so whenever we update the state, it will update the whole DOM or update the whole component with the help of reconciliation method. Okay, so don't go in the theoretical part, just understand this. Basically whenever we update the state, it will update and render on the UI, as simple as that. Perfect. So this is all about the hooks in React Native, and this is how we can create a counter app which is looking good. Perfect. You can also create this app, and please let me know how it's looking. And in the next session we gonna talk about the use effect hook for lifecycle method, and please let me know if you guys have any question regarding the user state. And apart from that, like our video, subscribe to our channel, and please let me know if you guys have any question. Thank you. We'll catch up with you next video. Bye.